Prime Time.
It's a big issue, it's a big panel, and it's a big debate tonight. Your money, his lifestyle. And on our panel tonight is Chetan Bhagat, Jitendra Bhargava, Mohandas Pai, Sanjay Bahadur, formerly from Kingfisher, and M R Venkatesh. On the one side tonight, on the other side, Rohit Kochhar, Vijay Aggarwal. They're both well-established and senior lawyers. Rohit Kochhar of Kochhar Company, Vijay Aggarwal of the Delhi High Court, C. Rajashekharan from the Madras High Court, Kunwar Danish Ali of the JDS, and GVL Narsimha Rao of the BJP. The hashtag tonight is India's biggest scam. I have no doubt that it is. If you ask this, if you were to ask anyone today what they feel about Vijay Mallya, they'd say, well, first tell us, is he still in the country? Now, I was hearing reports here that Vijay Mallya has fled to London. I don't know. Let me say this to the viewers, I don't know. But some people, and we may be wrong, we may be right, but I'm raising the question. Some people told us that on the 2nd of February, Vijay Mallya fled India, that he took a direct flight to London at 1:15 in the afternoon, 2nd of March. Right? And today we are hearing, Jitendra Bhargava, today we are hearing that the banks will move the Supreme Court to restrain Vijay Mallya from leaving the country. This is the most ridiculous thing. If the man has fled, which is why Vijay Mallya, wherever you are, at least disclose your location. If he's fled, to now say we are going to move the Supreme Court because once he's out of the country, he becomes another Lalit Modi. What do you think?
You see, considering whatever he's done in the last 3-4 years, it's apparent that he is ahead of our investigating agencies and the banks.
What do you mean ahead of our investigating
agencies? He's been anticipating what is going to come in and planning accordingly.
So someone's giving him insider information of what's going to happen to him?
Whether it is inside information or not, the fact is he's been smart. And he's trying to...
because I really doubt the banks and what they've been up to here in this whole case. I really doubt the banks.
Arnab, let's look at it. Let's look at it.
Sure.
Can in 17 banks, and that's a huge number, look at the number of officials who would be involved in doing due diligence and passing orders for banks, for loans.
You think they do due diligence?
No. The fact, considering that the kind of collaterals that have been accepted by the banks are as absurd as anybody can be. This means the banks were saying, or put up a board in their bank, come, you can loot me. And
no, if you tell me if Vijay Mallya has fled, if he has fled, tell me Chetan Bhagat, and let me say this, that before becoming a best-selling author, Chetan Bhagat has been with Deutsche Bank, and I think if I'm not mistaken, he was in which particular section? The Chetan?
I was in the distressed debt group.
Distressed debt group, yeah.
I was in the distressed debt group, Arnab, looking at companies which are in trouble.
Well, if there's any company in trouble, that'd be Kingfisher.
So, yeah, and I have looked at Kingfisher well before it closed down. In fact, I've written about it that it is absurd that this company was given 7,000 crores in loans in the first place. Just think about it. 7,000 crores in loans means 800 crores of just interest servicing, and then you have to serve the principal. So no airline in India makes that much money, and so clearly, firstly, I'm very happy that you've called it a scam, because it is a scam.
Of course,
it's not the only one. This is just probably the high-profile scam because of the high profiles. And because at these public sector banks, what were they thinking, or what were they smoking, or were they in the know? I think there needs to be investigation because it's not just this guy. there are many promoters, and there's a systemic problem because
so let's get
public sector banks are funded.
So my question therefore is at this stage, and I put that question on the screen. No, let's get a view from the other side. My question at this stage is simple. My question is simple. What compelling reason drove all these banks, and it's an open debate, by the way. Don't be too polite with each other. Don't wait to come in. I'm not asking anyone in particular. Anyone can jump in on this. My question is, I want to know someone who's vaguely defending Vijay Mallya, if there's anyone on the panel. What compelling reason drove the banks to pour money into Kingfisher, knowing fully well their financial status? What is the compelling reason? Let's get MR on one side, and let's get Rajashekharan on the other. No. Watch. Let's get everyone in. Yes, okay, 1 second. Rohit Kochhar on one side. Rohit Kochhar.
So, Arnab. So I was saying that your question, Arnab, your question is not correct, because the money was not poured in by the banks when Kingfisher was in financial distress. That happened much later. So you need to rephrase your question.
I'm sorry, Rohit Kochhar, you are so absolutely incorrect. The debt restructuring was the real sweetheart deal, which, and let me not say this, but our dear Prime Minister, ex-Prime Minister,
absolutely,
Manmohan Singh, who is known for his probity and credibility, for whatever reason, myths are often perpetuated, but Manmohan Singh at one time had been quoted as saying a private airline is to be managed efficiently. But if there are difficulties, we must find ways and means to help them. He was returning from the SAARC summit in Malé. And he says, I will talk to Viola Ravi and find ways to help the airline. And why should anyone help Kingfisher? Why should anyone? The system was helping him. Any doubt about that? The whole system was helping him.
Are you referring to the debt restructuring?
Sir,
or are you referring to the first tranche of loans?
I am referring to something more basic. I am referring to why public sector banks were forced to loan Kingfisher money, notwithstanding its pathetic record. That's what I'm questioning. M R Venkatesh into the debate, please.
If you're referring to the debt restructuring,
let me tell you, open the debate.
That it's not easy for banks just to write off loans.
Arnab, the information that I got.
It is a very common practice for the banks and the consortium of lenders.
Go on, open the debate. The debate is open.
The borrower
debate is open.
And try and work out debt restructuring.
Arnab.
Yeah, go on.
Arnab, now the information that I get.
Extraordinary about it.
Arnab, the information that I get from people is that Mr. Mallya is in Geneva on a motor show. He is there. You are right. He is not in India. Whether he will return back to India or not is a matter of great conjecture. He is not in India. He is in Geneva. That is the information I have got from my own sources.
I don't think we should waste
I'm only confirming what you said. Whether the fact that there is a threat or not.
Vijay Mallya, maybe he's in London.
No. That's a very important. No, please. That's a very important thing.
Relevant to the debate.
No, please. No, that is very important, sir. That is very important. No, that is very important. Now I will tell you why. Here are the employees who are struggling to make their meets end.
Assuming he left the country last week, there was no order of any court.
No, that is important because
restraining him from leaving.
No, please understand.
So is it
when the employees are not getting their salaries,
legally entitled.
No, please understand. Please understand. When the employees are not getting salaries, it becomes a very big emotional issue, sir. He cannot be on a jolly trip abroad and he is there in Geneva for a motor show. Now coming to the substance of the debate,
I think my heart goes out to them. But are you
then that is the issue. That is the issue.
My heart goes out to them.
Not able to pay
what do you mean? What do you mean my heart goes out to them?
Substitute to pay the
I'm sorry. No. One second. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean my heart? What do you mean? No. 1 second. No. What's MR? 1 minute. MR, hold on. What do you mean my heart goes out to them? I'm saying, why on earth did the previous government wade into the waters in the first place, given that Kingfisher is a private entity? Now this man launches an airline, sinks money, has a damn good time, buys 10 yachts and 5 planes and parties around, and I'm sorry to say this. I am saying this about every single person who's accountable. 1 minute. I am asking this question of everyone who's accountable, and I said repeatedly. Believe me. Sorry. No, sorry, 1 second. I am simply asking. 1 second, please, Rohit Kochhar. I don't want to have to speak over you.
You cannot demonize him.
Listen.
Just because of that.
Listen. 1 second. Just 1 minute. Be rational and reasonable, okay? That money does not belong to Vijay Mallya. That money does not. There are others on the panel, please. I'm going across to them. There are others in the panel. See Rajashekharan and others, please.
For people who are still sympathetic, let us first establish that what he has done amounts to a scam. Now let's look at the fact first. As on March 31st, 2009, he owed the Airport Authority of
let's
India
get others. Let's get others.
1,000 crore. No, just a minute. 1,000 crore. Then you have defaults in Provident Fund, Tax Office, Income Tax Department, you employees for that matter, and then you have banks fighting for it. Now question is, why was he painting a picture and kept saying, even after the airline was shut, I will revive the airline. That was to create a wrong conjecture in the mind of the banks that your money is safe.
Listen, this is not even a business proposition. Let's get Mohandas Pai. No, 1 second, Rohit, the debate is not between you and Jitendra Bhargava. There are 7 other panelists, please. There are 7 other panelists. The issue to be, I would like to go to Sanjay Bahadur, please, if possible. Sanjay Bahadur on one side and C. Rajashekharan on the other, please. Gentlemen, 1 minute.
May I come in here?
No, please. I'm going across to Sanjay Bahadur. Please understand. I'm saying it clearly. There's no doubt about it. There's political
Dr.
intervention.
Mallya left India
Yeah, go ahead, Sanjay.
about 10 days ago on a Jet Airways flight for London.
Your source, please. You have a source. You have a source on this.
That's where he is now.
So my information also has been that Vijay Mallya left for London on the 2nd, and viewers, on the
That's
2nd
right.
on the 2nd of March by a flight leaving from Delhi at 1:15. He took a direct flight.
That's Jet Airways.
There were 11 pieces of checked-in baggage. He called the airport at 11:45 and says, I want to get onto your 1:15 flight. I mean, if this is true, Sanjay Bahadur, are we like foolish today? Today the banks are saying, we will now go to the court to stop Vijay Mallya from leaving India. I mean, what is this drama going on here? If the man is not here, Mohandas Pai, if the man has cocked a snook at all of us, Mohandas Pai, right? And if this information is correct, then I think we should investigate the banks as well. Mohandas Pai, Sanjay Bahadur.
Role in the government.
One sec. Mohandas Pai, please.
Why shouldn't he not go? I mean, he is not convicted by any court,
Arnab,
court of law, and what is this?
Exactly.
Arnab, the
He has
banks
got all
are
the
not
right.
doing a good job.
Yeah, Mohandas Pai.
Arnab, the banks are not doing a good job. You know, if they've got guarantees from UB Holdings and Vijay Mallya himself, the balance sheet of UB Holdings shows that it has got assets of 5 to 7,000 crores in the form of shares of United Spirits and United Breweries. They must go to the court and ask the court to enforce the contract, get those shares sold and get the money back. Money is available on the balance sheet. Then Vijay Mallya has got still some shares in his name. They must revoke the guarantee and ask the court to have an order to pay the money back. They got recourse to do it. They must use the court action and do it very fast. And I think they're not working together to take considered action in a very fast manner.
Absolutely. And as far as Rohit Kochhar is concerned, Rohit Kochhar asked me, what is your problem with his
17 banks,
lifestyle?
for God's
My
sake.
problem is not with his lifestyle. My problem is with the fact that his lifestyle is funded by picking the pockets.
Absolutely.
By picking the pockets, and that's what he's done, Rohit Kochhar. This man has picked the pockets of the honest Indian taxpayer. So we do grudge him. We do grudge him the lifestyle that he has by picking our pockets. It's as clear as that. And I know this. I know the statement that Vijay Mallya has read out. And I know that Vijay Mallya is more than aware that a large section of the media is being squeamish about reporting this case. I actually want to know from those journalists.
I don't know which.
Why?
part of the
No,
media-
I'm saying
I don't
today,
know
where
which
is,
part of the media
in any
is
other
referring
country,
to.
a person like Vijay Mallya runs away from the country, taking thousands of crores with this level of a scam, which is at the height, it's the iceberg of the NPS scam, and people aren't
has
even
not-
talking about it.
Arnab, you're
This is
making
the
factually
biggest
incorrect
single
statements.
scam in this country
We
in a
have
long
not
time,
run away
and
from
I'd like to get
country,
Vijay Aggarwal,
taking money in his
Danish
pocket.
Ali, and GVL Narsimha Rao. GVL Narsimha Rao.
Which did not
GVL
do well,
Narsimha Rao, please.
which
GVL.
unfortunately
GVL,
ran
how
into
did
bad
this happen?
times.
Tell the
And
people
owed a
of
lot
this
of money
country
to
how
banks.
this happened.
Why
Why did
away
your
to
government
India?
also give Vijay Mallya a long rope? Why did your government give Vijay Mallya a long rope?
No, we have certainly not given him any leeway at all. It's only because of this government. He is feeling the heat. I think the entire advances were paid to given to him between 2004 and 2012. So I think it should be called not a NPA but a UPA scam. I
I'll
think
open
for
the lines
80,
to that.
and then the recovery was supposed to have started in 2013. CBI filed an FIR about 7 months ago. I think and then ED has already filed a case of money laundering. And there is no way this government is not going to let him go.
Why have you
but
allowed
he
him?
has to.
If he has-
He's
if he has
actually been
Narsimha
given.
Rao,
He's been allowed to.
No, 34% of your parliament.
He's been allowed to loot when the UPA was in power.
Sir, but you have been in power
I
for a
think
year
all
and a
those
half
who are
and more.
no. I
What are
think
You
doing
have
to your
been in
MPs?
power for a
Sitting
year and
inside
a
the
half.
parliament.
What were you doing? Did you tell the bank? 1 second. Did you
No,
tell
we
the
are
bank
the-
chiefs? Did you?
It
did you,
is this
sorry.
government.
No. Did you tell the bank chiefs? Did you tell the bank chiefs that please immediately go to the Supreme Court so the man cannot flee? Do you know, GVL Narsimha Rao, how foolish we are going to look as a country? that we go to the court to stop him from leaving the country after he has fled? Don't tell me that with the number of friends that he has in the establishment, and I repeat today, the establishment which includes politicians, corporates and the media, that nobody knows that he has fled the country? If he has fled the country, will you take responsibility? GVL Narsimha Rao. Don't question UPA on this.
I have no information. I have no No, obviously it is the UPA. If they have given advances by simply not taking a proper collateral, if they have given loans which cannot be recovered, and if they have not, if the banks have not filed cases in time to pursue him, I think this would be a cover-up. I think the investigation must actually show which politicians offered help to raise that kind of money from the bank. I think it's a common knowledge that during the UPA, all the bank's loans were actually ordered from 10 Janpath. So we need to understand what kind of political patronage he enjoyed during UPA. I think all this will come out.
Arnab,
I think it's because of the government.
You want to play passing the parcel, right?
Coming hot on him.
I have viewers who are calling in tonight. You know what they are saying? You know what they are saying tonight, Danish Ali? Chetan Bhagat, it breaks my heart to say this. But some people, and I intend to open up the lines now. I didn't intend when I started the program, but tonight I will open the lines. Because I am told by our news editors that some people are calling, saying we want to speak on the Newshour, and we want to say that we have had to sell our kidneys to pay up banks. We have had to sell our kidneys to pay up banks because recovery agents from banks won't stop harassing us. If we are unable to pay a 10,000 crore rupee loan, and in this country, I truly and genuinely believe that if in this country Vijay Mallya has got away, there's a bigger scam that has let him get away. And we know that sections of politicians and the media is a network that Vijay Mallya has used and got away for far too long tonight. I'd say investigate everyone. If a banker has accepted hospitality from him, if a journalist has accepted hospitality from him, if a journalist has flown on his plane or a banker has accepted his hospitality or partied with him, I say launch an investigation into the devious networks that works around people like Vijay Mallya. It's time to do that. If you agree with me, you can call in tonight. Vijay, Danish Ali, what was this cozy club working overtime to ensure that our money goes to Vijay Mallya? You nominated him to the Rajya Sabha. You nominated him to the Rajya Sabha.
Arnab,
yes.
Let me make it clear. When he came to Rajya Sabha first in 2004 to 2008, and then again he entered Rajya Sabha in 2010. Do you know when he entered what you are alleging that we have nominated him to Rajya Sabha? In 2010 we were having only 27 MLAs. On 27 MLAs a person cannot enter Rajya Sabha from Karnataka. It needs 47. And he got.
But he had your support. You had your. No, he had your support. He had your support. You backed him. You put him there.
To him.
GVL is
you auctioned your support to him.
We were having 20.
It's common knowledge.
There on the other side.
I think you simply offered your support for a price.
GVL is on the other side.
Mr. GVL.
No, certainly JDS. You have auctioned.
No. Don't open this Pandora box. Your MLAs have voted Vijay Mallya to enter Rajya Sabha. Yes, I apologize for that.
You are the one who nominated him. Take the responsibility.
Take
the responsibility.
BJP MLAs have voted.
Take the responsibility that you have nominated him.
Mr.
Why are you running away?
was the chief minister, and I know how he managed. He went to Mumbai.
You have nominated him.
He went to Mumbai.
All your MLAs voted for him.
And he got
your
the support of BJP also. Mr. Narsimha Rao, whether BJP didn't support his
don't fool the people.
Whether BJP MLAs.
Don't fool people.
No,
people of Bangalore know the truth.
MLAs have voted for him.
I think you will be exposed.
Narsimha Rao, 30 BJP MLAs voted him.
Did you not take a decision to support him? Did all your MLAs not vote for him? No, just answer for yourself.
No, I am asking you.
Did you not support him? Was he not your candidate?
Your MLAs have not supported.
Did all of your MLAs not vote for him?
Whether the direction from the BJP High Command did not reach the Bangalore that all the 30 MLAs have to vote Vijay Mallya?
So now you will all fight together. Fantastic. Viewers, watch this. Viewers, 1 minute. GVL and Danish Ali. GVL and Danish Ali.
With the support of Congress. And in second term, he came with the support of BJP as well as my party. I am apologizing on behalf of my party that such person.
GVL.
But BJP should apologize.
GVL, okay,
for voting him.
1 second.
GVL,
1 second.
Your high command gave the direction.
Mr. Rajashekharan is coming into the back to the debate. Vijay Aggarwal is on the debate.
I think that you can't. Don't lie through your teeth.
Yeah, you see. Now you will accuse each other. You will accuse each other.
Okay.
Viewers, watch this. Viewers, watch
He's
this.
JDS candidate.
GVL, can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? Can I ask you one question? Even tonight, look at what's happening in our country. That Mallyagate has broken, the man could have fled India. I mean, look at how much, influence this man has, that politicians are fighting. Nobody fought. Not one of them fought. Vijay Aggarwal.
Arnab,
No.
Why do you take? How can you take JDS lies at face value?
I am not taking anyone. I am not taking anyone at face value.
Go into the archive.
But what I'm saying,
this live show.
No.
What I'm saying tonight is this. What I'm saying tonight is this. Stop fighting. One second. What I'm saying tonight is this. Chetan, let's come back to the debate. Let's get Chetan back. Let's get Vijay Aggarwal into the debate. The question tonight is only this. The question tonight is only this. Please tell me someone, one of you tell me.
Congress
One of
JDS, who are in cozy company of
Gentlemen, I'll say this. Gentlemen, please let me come in. And please understand what I'm saying tonight. In this country, loans from PSU/PSU associated / banks in which government has some control. Vijay Aggarwal, I'm asking this question to you, can take it forward. I'm saying these loans are often given to people, whether they are Vijay Mallya or whether they are other people. There are lots of other people who also partied with Vijay Mallya who also got loans. Vijay Mallya and his party friends both got loans. Then Vijay Mallya sometimes did deals with his party friends. Okay, no, one second. Today, I am asking you this. Don't stop me.
UPA.
Don't stop me, UPA NDA. The fact is Kingfisher Airlines brand was given as collateral as against some loans.
I think we have put a complete stop to this.
Sir, I am asking.
We have put a complete stop to this. Show me
Vijay Aggarwal.
I think there are clear directions.
Vijay Aggarwal.
No MP.
Vijay Aggarwal.
Nobody from BJP.
Backs Mallya, Vijay Aggarwal.
With any loan sanctioning.
When loans were given,
I think this is the discipline that our party follows.
Nobody knew this is going to happen. Now see, today so many people are on debate. You do not know whose fortune change tomorrow. Arnab, we do not know who among us is into some scams. So when person is given loans, when people are partying with him, they don't know what will happen tomorrow. And my concern is the basic recovery of the people's money. Now Arnab, that with this ED coming into the picture, now everyone can kiss the money goodbye. Now ED is going to just... He is going to just attach everything. Now nobody is getting anything because among the various agencies there is no coordination in India. CBI will sing its own song, ED will sing its own song. Now nobody is getting the money. Now the only hope left would be the Supreme Court. The way it is recovering the money in Sahara the way it is recovering the money in PSA. Otherwise there is no hope. I fully endorse what Rohit has been saying. That the man has a right to go out of the country.
No, he doesn't. I'm sorry, he doesn't.
Why should
he doesn't?
Have a problem?
Not when he's a willful defaulter. Sorry. Jitendra Bhargava into the debate. Vijay, 1 minute. Jitendra Bhargava is countering you.
See, the comment is being made that he is on a jolly trip. Nobody knows where he is. So how can such an irresponsible statement be made?
How,
Maybe
how
he's
do you
on
call
work,
it
he's on
irresponsible?
business,
If
nobody
he's
knows.
trying to evade arrest, if he's trying to evade arrest and he's running away from the country, you will justify it, you'll call it
How do you
legitimate?
know? How do you know?
Now, question
you don't
is,
know where
you
he
can
is.
keep your eyes shut
You have not
and
made
not
his
watch how the
itinerary.
how
So
the
how do you
scenario is
know
unfolding.
this? How do you know he's awaiting arrest? He may be out even otherwise.
Gentlemen, you
are
can
only
put blinkers
presuming
on
things.
and come to a
Today,
conclusion yourself.
In India, the biggest
reality
crime is
is we
that
have
you are
been
rich and
duping the
famous.
banks.
If you are rich and famous, that is your biggest
Nobody
crime.
grudges
There is
that.
a
Please
fashion
remember this thing.
to gun
What we are
against
saying
the
is
people
he is
who are rich
hoodwink
and
the
famous.
banks, hoodwink government agencies, and you will allow that kind of thing to happen and justify it on a national channel?
Well, we would justify
It's a very
because-
surprising element that educated people are
Is there
trying to
any
justify
restraint from the
exit
court?
country.
Any
If he
India,
is trying to-
any person has
Let me-
fundamental right
You
to
are
travel
aware-
under
You
Article
are
19.
aware as
He
a
can
as
go.
a well-wisher of Vijay
You cannot
Mallya
stop.
that he loves
Mr.
public
Rajashekharan has
service.
gone
If he
after
was
a
to go
restraint,
on a normal
then I
trip,
can understand
he would
that
have
he has
issued
gone
a
after
press
the
release
restraint.
that he's going away to
But
Geneva
not
or
knowing
anywhere else from the
where
country.
he's gone.
I want an investigation into the banks.
Absolutely.
And I say today that we need an investigation into the banks, and that's the only way to get to the bottom of this M R Venkatesh, because in April 2011, as part of some debt recast, banks, including the State Bank of India, right, they converted debt of 1400 crore into equity at a 60% premium over the prevailing market price.
Absolutely.
Which means
At a premium.
yeah, which
Yes,
means
at a
that's
premium.
the point. That's the point. So the point is
Exactly, that is the issue. That is the issue,
So the
Arnab.
point is that the share price being valued by the banks is 65 rupees. The share price of Kingfisher on that day is 39 rupees. You really have to leave your intelligence at home or in lockup to sign some deal like that. Are these banks stupid, foolish, irresponsible, not accountable to anyone, M R Venkatesh, that they went ahead and did something like that? The banks played with our money. And today, therefore, I say the bank heads should also be subject to a serious investigation
I would add
by
one
this
more.
government. The most dangerous thing for this government to do were to do some kind of restructuring with Mallya and not investigate the bank heads.
Not
It is
safeguard
time
their
we
own
investigate
interests.
the bank heads. M R Venkatesh and the others also in place. M R Venkatesh.
Absolutely, Arnab. Arnab, I would come in and say that what has to be done now is to have a specialized team that looks into the entire systemic fraud that was played by Mallya and company, assuming that the moment that there is a fraud and there is a willful default and that it is proven that he has laundered money from this country, I think the banks have to be held accountable first more than Mallya, because what is being
Danish
seen is
Ali.
systemic fraud, and you have RBI oversight, you have bank audits, you have statutory auditors of the company. There are n number of people, but not even a single watchdog barked, Arnab. It is very strange. Unless all
Sanjay
the watchdogs
Bahadur.
are your own puppies and they have been fed with whatever they need to. I think unless that is being taken care of, these watchdogs never bark, and that is what is worrying me. You have the SFIO, you have the ED, you have the audit system,
we have
you have the oversight systems. None of them function in this case. How is it possible?
And I'm saying
the
this,
bank
MR,
suspended the sense of disbelief
MR,
when they gave at 60% premium.
MR, there has been a great conspiracy in this country. And that conspiracy is direct and indirect.
Yes.
And I think that if someone conspires to look away, that's also a part of the crime. We cannot look away, Danish Ali, at what is happening today.
It was brazen. There was nothing indirect. There was nothing indirect.
No, I want to ask
It was brazen.
Mr.
It was
Rajiv,
brazen. A 40 rupee share. 40 rupee share being given at 65.
Leave that aside.
somebody
MR,
gives it
MR,
and
MR,
takes it.
MR, MR,
What
leave
is
that
this? This is
aside.
nothing
Leave
but
that
a fraud.
aside. Leave that aside. You see, this fellow Vijay Mallya.
Establishes one clear thing, that the banks were more interested in helping Vijay Mallya
I'm sorry.
rather than safeguarding,
I'm sorry. No.
rather than safeguarding their own
I'm
interests.
saying here today, this man thinks and genuinely believes that he is going to get away with it. This man has no shame, which is why he comes back to Goa. And some profligate columnists go and party with him and then tweet about the fantastic party. Some columnists then tweet about the fantastic time they're having at Vijay Mallya's party. And one second. I think it's so irresponsible for people who claim to have any connection with journalism. Actually, they don't. But they go ahead and say, we are having a great time at Vijay Mallya's party. Don't you know that party is being paid by the Indian taxpayer, that the man has fled with it? And by the way, Sanjay Bahadur, what burns my heart here is that this man goes on to acquire an international cricket team. This man goes on to acquire an international cricket team He owes the PSUs thousands of crores, and he splurges 58 crores to buy and retain IPL players in February 2013. I mean, even those IPL players should have thought 3 times before being bought off by this man. They can't say we did not know. We don't care where the money is coming from. Sanjay Bahadur, the Vijay Mallya mess has been the biggest story in this country for a long time. Sanjay Bahadur. Sanjay Bahadur, please.
Arnab, it's not very difficult for you or the investigating agencies to find out who traveled with him and who partied with him. I have been with Kingfisher Airlines since the 27th of September 2004.
Yeah.
And I left in November 2013.
Yeah.
That was before the airline started and after the airline had shut down.
Yeah.
If you file an RTI with the Airports Authority of India, there is a mandatory document which is called the passenger list for every flight undertaken by VJM, which was his personal aircraft. You will get a complete list of people who flew with him.
Give me a hint. Don't give the names, but give me a hint.
Which day? Well, you mentioned the politician a few days ago.
Yeah.
He was one of the prominent ones, of course. And there was a host of other, including journalists.
Including journalists?
Absolutely, and I'm witness to that.
You say journalists were flying with Vijay Mallya on his plane while this big mess was going on. You've seen journalists.
There were bankers, there were bankers, there were journalists, there were politicians, everybody.
What does this tell you? Mohandas Pai, Chetan Bhagat, what does this tell you? Mohandas Pai, Chetan Bhagat, what does this tell you?
Well, it tells you.
Okay, Chetan, this is an interesting revelation. Chetan first, then Mohandas Pai. Chetan.
It tells you that there is a huge. Can I just quickly? It tells you that there's a huge story here. It tells you that it's very important to investigate that story, because this is what's giving Indian capitalism a bad name. This is what makes people wary of capitalism, whereas capitalism can create some great companies, great wealth for the nation. But people like him, companies like this, and nexuses like this harm the image of Indian business, and that's what makes the common man wary that these all businessmen are evil. So this needs to be investigated. It also makes people think twice about repaying their own bank. People were in on this. There is definitely no way you can give 7,000 crores like this to a company, and it's not just 7,000. This is accumulating interest now, by the way. If the banks had the money back, they would have reinvested it and could have earned interest on it.
One second, I'm asking Sanjay Bahadur again.
Terrible.
I'm asking Sanjay Bahadur again. Sanjay Bahadur, I'm asking, you said that you have seen bankers on Vijay Mallya's private planes partying with him. You said you have seen journalists.
I've seen the whole lot.
Journalists?
Arnab, I've been in this entirety of 10 years which I've been with Kingfisher. I've been to his parties in Goa, where I've seen Lionel Richie sing for him. I've been on his plane on board several times. I've handled the corporate affairs. I was the head for corporate affairs in Kingfisher Airlines. I've dealt with the politicians, I've dealt with the ministers, I've dealt with the joint secretaries.
Joint secretaries?
And the whole plethora of the people who are required to be dealt with to fly an airline.
You said...
And I've seen how the system works and how he manipulated it by virtue of being...
Yes, please, I shall open this up. Investigate this. Yes, please, Chetan.
All employees have been shortchanged.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion to all the employees of Kingfisher listening to me today. You guys have been shortchanged. You know the inside story. Come out with it. Come out with it, because you know what has happened to you. You know the details. Thousands of you out there.
I'd say, Chetan, some things you should come out with it. You know, when the Neera Radia tapes happened, they told the dirty story of the links between corporates, politicians and the media, which allowed some people to feel they could manipulate the system and get away with it. This is a repeat of the same. Because what I'm hearing from Sanjay Bahadur tonight appears to me like an unfortunate reminder of the Neera Radia scam, that there were politicians, corporates, bankers and journalists, he says, who are partying and flying free on Vijay Mallya's planes. So this actually sounds like Radia tapes part 2 in a way. I mean, this is the most shocking. And Mr. Rajashekharan, I don't know what you have left to defend. An individual continues to be loaned money from public sector banks till 2012, despite the fact that the company stated that his airline company at the end of that financial year was 50% of the net worth. There is no financial logic. The only logic of Vijay Mallya is, I know a lot of people, I'm going to get away. Mr. Rajashekharan, I think you should end your defense, and then I'm opening up to some calls. I give you one turn. I think you should end your blind defense of Vijay Mallya tonight. And Vijay Mallya, wherever you're hiding, time to come out. Yeah.
No, Arnab. How is it that
Arnab,
Airports Authority
Mallya,
or the oil companies or the other vendors...
Arnab, you have asked me a question, let me finish. No.
Yes, please. Mr. Rajashekharan, quickly.
No, see, Vijay Mallya individual did not take the loan. It was a corporate entity.
Sorry.
No, the corporate entity had
Mohandas Pai, you buy that?
The shareholders are responsible.
No.
They had taken the dividend when the company was running.
This is very, very convenient, Mr. Mohandas Pai. Mohandas Pai will counter that. Do not do that. Do not do that. An individual. Sorry.
When the company crashed and everybody is answerable, you cannot blame because the individual Vijay Mallya didn't take loan. That
an
you have
individual,
sorry, you cannot single out.
An individual. I'm sorry, I'll have Mohandas Pai respond to that. I will have Mohandas Pai respond to that. I have Mohandas Pai respond to that. Mohandas Pai. Mohandas Pai.
It's which on top.
Arnab, let's take 1 minute. Mohandas Pai.
Arnab,
no, it is lot of
Arnab, the loan has been guaranteed.
Arnab, yeah, Mohandas Pai, go on.
Arnab,
yeah,
Arnab, the loan has been guaranteed by Vijay Mallya and UB Holdings. UB Holdings, in which Vijay Mallya has the largest share. These two people have to cough up now that the loan has gone bad, and there are enough assets in the balance sheet to cough up and pay a substantial amount of the loan which has been taken. Now, if anybody says Vijay Mallya is not responsible, he is responsible because he has guaranteed the loan. He was the CEO of Kingfisher. He has to take accountability with the money that he borrows from the banks. So I don't think there's any debate on that.
No, the debate right now, 1 second, Mr. Rajashekharan, thank you, 1 second, Mr. Rajashekharan, thank you. The question right now, the debate is over.
The due process has been subverted by him by using dilatory tactics in the courts.
The debate tonight, I'll narrow focus on this. The debate tonight, Mohandas Pai and Jitendra Bhargava. The debate tonight, 1 second, Mr. Jitendra Bhargava. The debate tonight is about the nexus. Mohandas Pai, the nexus between bankers, corporates, I'm sorry to have to say this, journalists, from what it appears, journalists, bureaucrats and politicians. That is really the story tonight, because Vijay Mallya has cultivated...
Absolutely, Arnab, it is there. You can see them in the parties, they fly abroad, they go in private jets, it is there, Arnab. Why are you surprised it is not there?
No, if it emerges...
Why are you surprised it is not there, Arnab? Everybody knows about this.
Because
he held parties, he called everybody, they had a great time.
Because it is corruption. Because it's unethical. Because you cannot, when you are aware of what this man has done to the Indian system, you can't party on his plane. It's not done. That's what the point is. M R Venkatesh is a pretty simple point.
Give me a minute.
After MR.
Let us debunk this
Arnab, everybody is not as ethical as you are.
Absolutely.
Let us debunk this argument that Vijay Mallya is a separate entity and Kingfisher was a separate one. Give me an instance of a man setting up an airline on his son's 18th birthday. What does it indicate? That it was being done?
MR,
let 1 or 2 CRPC and 4
MR, please, Mr. Rajashekharan, please. MR Venkatesh. MR Venkatesh only, please, on the other side. MR,
I want to get in.
MR, this is...
Don't like him, don't accuse him like this.
Mr. Rajashekharan, please.
Arnab, please understand.
MR.
Please.
Yeah, Mr. Rajashekharan.
Arnab, see, the lending itself was a fraud. It was suspicious. It has huge dark underbelly. Secondly, the bailout itself was a scam. The silence post the bailout was a scam. Then now you allow him to get out of this country. This is another scam. All this is not possible. And the silence of the media is another scam. So you have 5 or 6 interwoven scam. And that is not possible unless you have the Babudam, the politician, the media, the accounting, the oversight, the RBI, the banking, all the fraternity are your cheerleaders. Unless this happens, this cannot be done by anybody. And I am sure Mr. Mallya was effective in orchestrating. There is huge amount of...
You are a person who understands all this. Please don't exaggerate and blame the whole world, please.
No, I'm
passing in judgment as others. You don't have the facts. Please don't say the whole world is responsible for this. Mallya has signed a guarantee. He has to pay up. There are assets, realized assets. Let's not go on and doing this. But RBI is responsible. Everybody is responsible. What evidence do you have, MR? Please.
No, why is the guarantee of 5 years not yet been invoked, Mohandas?
MR, please be sensible. Don't abuse others.
No, I'm not saying that.
They have gone to the court. Please go to the court. The matter is before the court. The court has to give a judgment. The court give a judgment. What can RBI do?
Okay.
Don't exaggerate that, okay? You are a responsible person. Don't come on TV and make absurd statements.
Please understand. Why did the banks not take the action on this man, invoke the guarantee? No, I'm not upset. Mohandas, let us be very clear. Let us be very clear.
They invoked the guarantee. The matter is the court.
For 5 years. How do you contest the guarantee? Now you come and say after 5 years
please read the UB Holdings balance sheet and then come and talk, MR.
No, forget the guarantee. Willful default. You have not declared in willful default till CBI nudges you. CBI nudged you
willful
for
default went to court.
Default of status for
willful default went to court. The court gave a stay. Please understand.
You know, I have 1 second. Viewers, can I come in between? Can I come in between? Can I come in between both of you, gentlemen? Just let me make a point.
Let's not.
My point is this: what explains the delayed action by the Enforcement Directorate, CBI, DRT to wake up to declaring Vijay Mallya a willful defaulter in 2015, 4 years after Kingfisher turned into a loss-making private sector company with 7,000 crore rupees owed to PSU banks? All after which he receives funds of 75 million from Diageo. My point is, we are in a country where a person called Bandhu Sahib Rao Burkul of Pimpri, district of Aurangabad in Maharashtra, commits suicide because he can't repay a loan of 50,000 rupees. We are a country where a person pays 1 rupee less in his EMI, immediately gets a notice from the bank. Please repay the 1 rupee. Please repay the 1 rupee. The bank says, or we will send henchmen to your house and we will harass you. And viewers, I'm saying this tonight. I don't believe, and there's a revelation by Sanjay Bahadur tonight. And you can ask us, viewers are asking us, why are only you so passionately picking up the case of Vijay Mallya? I don't know, but do ask the others. The question here is simply this. This is one of indisputably India's biggest scams. Amit Anand is with us. He's a financial consultant from Mumbai. He's calling in right now. Mr. Anand, good evening.
Good evening, Arnab.
Go ahead, Mr. Anand. Just reduce the volume on your TV set, please, if you can.
I'm really happy.
You'll need to mute your TV set, otherwise there'll be an echo. Yeah.
Arnab?
Yeah.
I am thankful to you to get this debate on this national television, and you are doing a superb job. I am a financial consultant. One of my clients had defaulted with one of the banks which is in this consortium. I was only an introducer to the bank. The CBI put me in judicial custody for 50 days just for introduction, where I had not signed a single paper, only an introduction, verbal introduction.
My God.
Let me tell you, all these banks and the investigation agencies, they are hand in gloves. And if you say that Mallya has fled the country, it is possible that these are the people who have helped him in fleeing the country.
That is the point I'm making. GVL, that's the point I'm making. GVL, no. My question is GVL, I put the question to you because you are in power. You can say anything about what the UPA did. You can say anything about what the UPA did, but you have been in power since the 25th of May 2014. What were you doing? Why did you let this man get away for so long? Why didn't you take action from the CBI, ED and DRT earlier? Why did you let him flee the country? Now that he's fled the country, will he become another Lalit Modi, writing letters from there? It's embarrassing, GVL. You are answerable.
No, Arnab, no. I could not hear the full question. The audio was not clear to me, but still I could get a sense of it from your question. I think the action only began when we came into power. I think it's all the defaulters, willful defaulters are under pressure only now because this government has brought in discipline into the banking system. It is this government that has enforced, that has got this entire banking system to reform itself. The pressure is on the banks.
No, but why was the pressure not from your government? Why did your government not act earlier? Why did your government not push him? Did your government ever promote him to enter the Rajya Sabha? But more than that, we are in a country where a rubber cultivator commits suicide because he can't pay 70,000 rupees he borrowed for his... No, why did you not arrest the man earlier? Do you need the media? Do you need Times Now to scream and shout on one subject, bring out 10 exposés for you to respond?
No.
For you to respond? You asked this question to anyone tonight? Sorry, Suresh Venkataraman from Baroda.
Before you picked up the subject,
So
FIR
before we picked up the subject, what were you doing?
July 2015.
So before we picked up the subject, what was the BJP government doing?
FIR was registered 7 months ago.
What were you doing till now?
FIR was registered 7
What were you doing
ago.
when he bought the Caribbean team? Sorry.
We made it
when he bought IPL players for 58 crores, what were you doing? When he bought an Indian Empress yacht, what were you doing? When he bought a Caribbean team, what were you doing? When he was doing a deal with Diageo, what were you doing?
Arnab,
no, Mr. Now please understand. Why would I not suspect tomorrow? Why would I not think that you would know? Sir, why would your banks not act? Why do you wait for Vijay Mallya to finish his deal with Diageo to act? I don't understand this. It's almost as you're timing it for his perfection.
Can I respond?
Suresh Venkataraman.
I think in the role of the investigative agencies...
Suresh Venkataraman has asked a question from Baroda. Suresh. Good evening, Suresh. Suresh, go on. Suresh, go on. Louder, Suresh.
The banks were sleeping.
Yeah, Suresh is saying something from Baroda. Yeah.
Yeah, I had applied for a 1 crore loan from a bank for which I was asked to give an immovable property as a bank guarantee for 1 crore. When you have a loan of 7,000 crores, what is the immovable property attached to that person and how did they give and part away with that loan?
Yeah, exactly. Can I say something to you, Suresh? Can I say something to you?
I'm listening.
Can I say something to you? My information is, Suresh, and this will shock you, that this man puts the Kingfisher Airlines brand as a collateral against some loans. I don't know, Suresh, you probably know better. How can an intangible asset be considered to be a collateral? I mean, you're living in Alice in Wonderland. You understand, Suresh? This man... You understand, Suresh?
I'm interrupting, sir. The best part is, why don't we put him for a lie detector test to understand the fact of the things?
Yeah, but you got to bring him back to the country, right, Suresh, to do that. I hope Mr. Rao, your government will do that. You have excellent relationship with the UK. If he's in London, bring him back.
I think this government will ensure that none of these scamsters will get away. Anyone who has perpetrated a scam, I think will simply not have a free time.
To the viewers tonight.
But the investigation has begun only when this government has come into office, and this government will not only cleanse the existing system, will also force these people to pay up.
To this country.
Well, you know,
I think you have no right to ask questions. I think you ask Kumaraswamy, how much did he take to really send him here?
Okay, gentlemen.
No.
Okay, gentlemen.
Keep quiet today.
How much you got? We gave only 27 votes.
No, it's Kumaraswamy.
How much your leadership got?
I think your assets also should be attached. I think JDS assets should also be attached.
And even the state leadership of the BJP.
Okay, viewers, I will wrap up with one question. One question tonight. We at Times Now demand an investigation into the banks for what they did. We on the Newshour feel there should be an investigation into Sanjay Bahadur's claims that politicians, bureaucrats, and he says some journalists also were regularly partying and traveling with Vijay Mallya, accepting his hospitality. There should be an investigation into that if there's a coterie like that which is backing. Because if it is the case, then this is worse than Niraradia. It's Niraradia part 2. And political patronage, if it did exist, is something which is unacceptable. Let's go to the heart.
That's very childish.
Let's go to the heart.
Oh, it's very childish.
Oh, well, it's very relevant. Oh, well, it's very relevant. And for all those people who believe that, a circle of convenience needs to exist around every person who can therefore then say that I believe in the culture of entitlement. Understand this, sir, that this country has changed. That we will break through those systems, those cultures of entitlement and those establishments of convenience. I'm saying this to you. Vijay Mallya is a representative. Vijay Mallya is a representative of the establishment of convenience. And it's time we break through that. I thank you for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.